sing the thunder song.
Wait.
When you hear the sound of thunder, don't you get too scared. Just grab your thunder buddy and say these magic words.
Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Thunder Buddies podcast. I'm Anthony Slater. You're Eric Horn, and this is the second time this week.
I know, man. We're just spoiling y'all now.
Nah, I mean, I think we went a week without one, which...
All right, we're making up for last week. Sorry.
All right, 21-4 in their last 25 games. The Thunder are six straight wins, which ties the season high. And a road trip coming up. Interesting road trip. At Dallas tomorrow, Friday. Nets, New York, and then at Minnesota to close it out on a back-to-back. What a soft portion of the schedule this last 30 games has been.
It has been, but at the same time,
it's crazy to me.
You've had some games where they won games on the road that were a little bit. Granted, they shouldn't have been tests, like in Minnesota where they got a little bit of a scare, but
they've impressed me.
Road games are tough.
They've impressed me, and they've done what they needed to do in this 25-game stretch, which is play really well and win 21 of those games. But I'm ready to see this team go up against some behemoths.
It's coming.
It is.
February 6th.
Yeah, no, it's honestly come a little bit before. Like, they got the Rockets in here. I know the Rockets aren't playing fantastically, but just, Rockets, Wizards, some other ones. What is that?
I have no idea. I think it's me.
Is that you? Turn the volume off your computer. What, you looking at News OK over there?
Yeah, autoplay, folks. Sorry. Yeah, even that Rockets game, you're gonna have some marquee, guys that can push you. James Harden always plays well against the Rockets. We'll see them, I think, on the 29th next week. So that'll even be a game coming off of this road trip that you'll be like, okay, here we go. That'll kind of be the jump off point. Like, now we get to see what they can do against a team that has got those guys that can put them in those situations.
I'm hoping that the Mavericks play everyone. I'd like to see the Thunder against a fully stocked Mavericks team in Dallas tomorrow. But yeah. Moving forward, we are looking at... You want to do over-under? We're not going to do over-unders like we did earlier in the season, but I want to look back. Remember, we did a mid-season podcast, but we never reviewed our over-unders from preseason.
Yeah, time to go back and take a look-see.
Yeah, it is. All right. Steven Adams, 14.5 double-doubles was the number I put on in preseason. Would you remember what you said?
I said he'd have, 14.5. I say he'd have the over probably.
You did say the over. I said slightly under, and I think he's definitely not on pace for 14. He is playing really well. It's funny. He's having a really good season. He just doesn't really get it. Let's see. He actually had one last night. Wow, I didn't even know that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Looks like 4.
It's 4.
Yeah.
4 double-doubles. So he's on pace for about 8.
Yeah.
Is that a disappointing number to you?
Maybe the number, but not his play. So, you can't base it all off of numbers. His play itself has been beyond numbers, I think.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. He's still... what's an issue on this team with rebounding? A lot of people look at rebounding stats, especially Serge is at a career low and some different stuff. And I think there are reasons for it. But the thing is, this is the best rebounding team in the league.
Yeah.
But nobody has a ton of rebounds because everyone contributes on different nights.
And arguably your best rebounder is your starting point guard.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say best rebounder, but he's the best rebounding point guard in the league. And if some nights he's coming in and getting 10, 11, 12,
yeah.
That's taking him away from big men. That's why I'm going to look right now. I don't think anyone on this team averages even 8 per game, but they have 6 guys that are within 6,
it's a
7,
more balanced
8 rebounds.
It's a more balanced effort from the Thunder.
All right. DJ Augustine over under Cameron Payne's minutes. So who would have more minutes, Payne or Augustine? Do you remember what you said?
I think I said to start DJ, and then there would be a progression towards Payne.
I think we both thought that, but you said You picked Augustine.
Did I?
I picked Payne.
Well,
I think right now it's about even with Augustine ahead, but obviously that's
in the last few weeks it's it's kind of
Well, I mean, if we're looking at this end of the season, Payton's going to have like triple the minutes.
yeah, he's going to dwarf him. We don't even know if Augustine's going to be around by the end of the season.
What do you think about DJ? Where he's at right now? What's in front of him with this Thunder franchise?
I think that he's a guy that's potentially that teams are going to be looking at to move. I mean,
he's not a piece anyone's like, hey, they need to go get DJ Augustine, but he can be added because of a just monetarily add an expiring deal that helps even up money if there's a deadline deal. If there's not, I don't know. It's weird because I think he really fits the organization. You know, he's Durant's roommate from college. He's settled. He's married with kids. I think he likes Oklahoma City and likes the stability of this city and organization. But, I mean, do you think he's going to want – I mean, if he wants to play, it's not going to be here.
No, because campaign's essentially hijacked, and not hijacked his minutes, but taking his minutes. I mean, he's not going to play over Payne here on out if Payne continues to play the way he does.
I mean, you have a star point guard.
And you know our biggest –
and then a really good backup point guard at this point. I mean, like an ascending one.
And our biggest drawback with Payne playing him over DJ for us was the defense at first. And in the past few games, he's shown that he can actually be an impact on defense. I mean, he's still going to foul at a high rate, but he goes into Denver and he completely wrecks what Denver's trying to do defensively.
It's more than the fouls. I mean, like whatever, the fouls count, but they played the Blazers, for example, and like McCollum was going by him easily. Like he's just like a little scattered out there. I mean, which is understandable. He's 21. He's never played these guys, you know, this through the circuit of the league and some of the talent he's playing. There's like it's weird to me because I think Payne potentially and maybe already is their best guard off the bench.
Yeah.
But like I think about him against the Warriors, like down the stretch. Like, who's he going to guard? You know, is he going to guard Curry? No, you cannot put this rookie on Curry. Okay, so Westbrook's on Curry. Is he guarding Klay Thompson?
Well, you know what?
I think you could because Klay Thompson's not like a – I think where Payne has issues is guys driving by him, powering him, posting him up. I think Klay Thompson could do that, but I don't think it's something that the Warriors just – you know, they just say let's just post Klay Thompson up. Let's just let him go to work. That's just not how the Warriors operate. So, I mean, I think maybe you have an option there with Payne. I think against – I'm just trying to think because I think he might be their best closing option late in the season for that other guard. And I'm just trying to think how he'd match up with, like, the Spurs. You know, he's smaller than Danny Green, but Danny Green's been struggling. Like, who's going to close for the Spurs at the guard?
I mean, it would be
Danny
I think
Green,
Parker and Green, yeah. But I mean, it's
gonna come on the court.
It's gonna come a point where like you're just gonna have to ride or die with Payne because I mean, unless Dion Waiters just steps his game up exponentially, you're gonna have to ride or die with Payne at the end of games because Golden State's gonna be able to throw so many lineups at you that it's not gonna really matter whether or not Payne can guard this guy or that guy because they're gonna get their points from somewhere else anyway. Like you're just gonna have to put the best players on the floor, and if Payne's one of your best players, if he's your best player in terms of creating shots at the end of games, be it for himself or other people, then you're going to have to play him.
Yeah, the problem is he's small and he's very inexperienced. I agree. I think he is their closing two guard. I'm just trying to think of like if that will actually work.
I mean,
against the two juggernauts.
Will it work? We don't know, but will the alternate options work?
Yeah.
I mean, we know more about them than we do about him against the Warriors.
No, that's right.
You gonna send Dion out there?
Nick Collison, 16.7 minutes played per game.
Did I take the under on that? I hope I took the under.
We both took the under. He is at 12.2, easily a career low. We both took the under. I mean, it's just where his career's headed. I think he's DNP'd the last few games.
Yeah, he's joining the DJ Augustine,
which is an
DNP
interesting
club.
And good tweak by Billy Donovan. We've been talking for weeks about McGary Collison. It's become neither. And what it's done is allowed them to go small more number one and play Enes Kanter more. As like they're playing like a 3-man big rotation, and Kanter's getting a lot more minutes with Ibaka, with Adams. Adams and Ibaka are playing more with the second unit. They're not doing these all bench things. It's a good tweak.
Yeah, I think that was a good move. I mean, we've been saying that Kanter needs to get that 20, that above 20 minutes per game, and I mean it's shown in the last few games how impactful he could be. And whether the McGary thing pans out in terms of his minutes, I mean that's to be decided. We didn't think Cam Payne was gonna make the kind of rise that he has in terms of his minutes when he started to gradually start getting those minutes here and there. And I mean, maybe we could see that from McGary. I don't think it's going to happen the way it did with Payne because Payne is just obviously this need on the wing. But, you know, it's encouraging to actually see McGary getting into the games, be it in garbage time.
Well, the only reason he's
whatever.
getting in is because it's a blowout.
Yeah, but it's still encouraging to see him get – because when he came back, he wasn't even getting in games at the end of games.
Well, that's because they weren't blowing teams out. McGary's buried. He'll play Collison before. He's not playing Collison, and he's going to play Collison before he's going to play McGary, which, you know, I actually kind of understand it from Donovan's point, but at the same time, like, it's just, to me, it's somewhat of a wasted young talent, but we've talked about that. Kevin Durant. This was a good one. 73.5 games played. You went over.
That would mean that he would play.
Let's see. He's missed 7 games at this point. 82 minus 7 would be 75. So at this point, the max he could play 75. So will he miss 2 more games the rest of the season?
Yes, be it via injury or rest.
Yeah,
Most
so
certainly.
You said over. I killed John and I said under. Yeah, I think via, like you said, via rest or ailment.
Yeah.
You know, ankle, hamstring, sore, whatever. And we also did this 27.9 points per game.
He's around 26 point what?
He's at 26.5 right now. You said under. Good bet by you. I went over. I said slightly over, not 30. 26 and a half. It's funny. He's on an incredible like consistency streak, which is like what you want in a lot of ways. Which is like, I think, 28, 29 straight games he scored 20 or more points. But he's only scored 40 once this year. It was like, I think it was that Orlando game.
Yeah, he hasn't had those like monster. He hasn't had like Kemba Walker 52 points games, something like that.
I wouldn't.
I'm not lumping him in with Kemba Walker. I'm
I
just
wouldn't,
saying.
I wouldn't say Kevin Durant hasn't had those Kemba Walker type games. I know Kemba Walker had a 52-point game, but come on. Durant, but you're right. I mean, like, he's just, like, we haven't seen him have those. Remember the MVP year where I think I'm gonna go to his game log from his MVP season. Why do you think he hasn't had those monster nights?
You know, a lot of times he's been passing up shots too, and he's said he's been open about passing up shots, and I think that's happened from time to time, and a couple of these games where he could have had monster games, or he has ended up with these 29-point or these 30-point games. He's come on late in the games, like he closed out Utah with 11 straight. He closed out Minnesota with 12 straight points in the fourth. So he's kind of struggled in the beginning of games at times, and he's passed up shots in the beginning of games.
Yeah, there's more weapons on this team. Everyone's healthy. He's shooting less. I think his shots per game are way down. I got to look. But at the same time, it's tough. Sometimes I want to see that MVP just scoring monster come out. Where, remember when Westbrook was out? This is when Westbrook had the second knee surgery during Durant's MVP season. This is his points game log in early January. 48, 30, 33, 37, 36, 54, 30, 46, 36, 32, 41, 33.
And you know you can go back.
That was straight. Remember there was like that streak where he had, I think it was either 30 or more or 35 points or more, like a ridiculous amount of straight games.
And you could look at Westbrook's game log from Kevin Durant's season last year, his injury season, and probably see similar.
Well, remember when he had those
runs.
ridiculous like triple-double runs last year?
I mean, those two seasons, the MVP season from Durant and then the Westbrook season without Durant, were out of necessity. I mean, those were guys doing that stuff to win games. Like, they had to win. These guys, like, at this point, they've got Kanter for a full season. They've got guys that are better offensively. Adams has improved offensively. Serge is still the shooter he is. Campaign's coming off the bench scoring points. Like they don't need to have these crazy games anymore. Let me reference another 50-something point game. Kevin Durant doesn't need to go 50-something in double overtime against Toronto. Sorry, I brought Kemba Walker into the same area as Kevin Durant. That's very insulting.
It's just kind of like he hasn't had those Kemba Walker type nights. Like Kemba Walker,
not those. A Kemba Walker kind of explosion, but no, he hasn't had a Kevin Durant in Toronto double overtime kind of explosion. But he has closed out teams when necessary.
The last like whoa scoring moment from Durant was Warriors last year in Oracle when he went for 30 in the first half.
Yeah.
But sprained his ankle on Maurice Spate's foot right at the end of the half. Really was never the same last year. But that was the last time I can really remember like those type of scoring bursts that like the arena is just like stunned from. All right. Josh Husis, 9.5 active games he's not wearing a suit.
I imagine we went under on that.
You went under, I went over. He's had, I think, 3 or 4.
He's still got another half of the season.
Like, he has not played one NBA minute, but he's been active for, I remember a game in Memphis he was active because 2 guys were out. Who was it? I think Durant and somebody else were out. And then McGary was in the D-League a while, so when there was injuries. So he's been, I might actually hit on that one. I'm not sure he'll play an NBA minute this year, but
he's had more half-court speeches before games this year than he has NBA minutes.
This is true. All he needs to be is active for one of these games, and then they need to blow a team out so he can get in. That hasn't happened. Serge Ibaka, again, 63s over-under.
I went over, and I was completely wrong.
Well, the funny thing is, like, early in the season, I went under, like, as a surprise, and, early in the season, it looked like it was, like, dead on. But the thing is, like, he has taken a lot lately. He's at 35. He's hit 35. So he had a nice spike the last few weeks. Right now, he's right about on pace to hit a little bit over 60, so that'll be a close one. He's probably not going to hit 77, which he got last year.
41% from 3 in January.
40% overall. Guy's a good three-point shooter, there's no doubt about it. I mean, there can be a debate on how much he should take, when he should be camping out there. A lot of people aren't exactly pleased with that development.
We should have done an over-under on Serge Ibaka double-doubles. Did we do that? That's what we should have done.
No, but how many does he have?
He has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has as many as Steven Adams.
4, wow. It's not many.
It's not many.
What does Westbrook have, 27? I think he's second in the league. He has 27.
It's ridiculous.
Enes Kanter, 4.5. Oh, this was a good one. Enes Kanter, 4.5 games of 15 minutes or less played. And my point, I remember when I asked you, was like, will he have those games where he's taken out because of the matchup? They go small ball against the Warriors, and Billy Donovan just doesn't like it, and he barely plays. And how was he going to handle that? You said over 4.5 games of 15. We both did.
No.
What is it? Has he had it at all this year? He's had Dallas. He played 50. There's one in Portland. He played 13 minutes. 14 in Phoenix. That's 2. 11 against Atlanta. 3. So he's had 3. He's gonna have more than 4.
Yeah, because they're coming up against Warriors, Spurs.
And the question to me, especially, like, if they play a series against the Warriors and the Warriors just really dedicate to their small unit, and Kanter gets run off the floor, how's he gonna handle it?
Oh, it's gonna be interesting to see because, I mean, when he's locked in, Westbrook's looking for him, getting out in transition like he did against Denver. I mean, he's a definite weapon for him, but we're going to see if they can keep him in the games against the Warriors, how long he can keep him out there.
This was the worst one. This was my Ibaka 63s from the season before. I was really, really thinking this was going to be right. Mitch McGary, 100 assists over under.
Oh, boy.
We were hyped on McGary, I guess.
We were riding that McGary train, man.
I mean,
and it's come off the tracks.
Well, the big point was we kind of thought, hey, this Billy Donovan, big man passing, ball movement, offense, McGary was going to fit perfectly. Before he got his preseason concussion, he was playing well.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I remember he made like a on-the-move, cross-court, on a fast break, like seed to Enes Kanter for a dunk. And that play like still sticks out in my mind. I was like, well, this guy's going to be big for them this year. Remember his summer league?
Yeah.
He had a really big summer league.
Leading the break.
So, we might have got overhyped. And also, Donovan just hasn't used him. I mean, we've gone through all that. But you said under because he's going to have an injury. I said over. I can't believe that. I said over 100 assists for McGary. That was supremely wrong. You know how many assists he has this year?
I'm going to say 4.
2.
Ah. And you see, there's still time for him to get
16
injured.
points.
Man.
He's only taking 14 shots. He just doesn't play.
No, he didn't get enough burn to actually compile any stats. I mean, he took a 3 last night. I was like, man.
He's 0 for 3 from 3 this year. He's taking 3. Remember, but it's funny we say that because remember, wasn't there a preseason game? I think it was the Tulsa game where he hit like 2 or 3 threes. Like he was drilling corner threes. This was like in the middle of us, like, oh, he's gonna be big. For
this
them.
is McGary's time, and then he got the concussion, and it just.
I still have this like lingering, like I think if you got him in rhythm, if you somehow found areas of the game where he'd fit.
I'm still holding out hope because of what's happened to campaign so quickly, and like I said earlier,
There's just not that opening for him.
I know. Like I said earlier, like it's not going to happen the way it did for Payne because like it was clear that
there's no DJ Augustine.
Yeah, you needed somebody to take that job from DJ Augustine. Like DJ Augustine was basically
his biggest hope was
take it from me.
His biggest hope was Nick Collison. He was going to take Nick Collison's minutes, but now there's no more Nick Collison minutes to take.
Yeah.
So and you're not taking Canners. I mean, think about it. These are the guys that had him. Enes Kanter, should he be playing more or less? You want to get Kanter more minutes. Steven Adams, he should probably be playing more. Serge Ibaka's playing what he's been playing. You want Durant at the 4, probably more than they have been. It's just not there. Okay, Anthony Morrow, 45% from 3. You went over. Goodness. You said over. He's gonna battle. This is a direct quote. He's gonna battle Kyle Korver for the 3-point title.
Oh man. And now he can't get in over Kyle Singler. There is a Kyle involved. Still.
Yeah.
So I should get partial credit.
No,
I shouldn't.
Because he's only shooting 40% from 3, which is good, but it's not like sniper. I said under.
I should have. I mean, I actually picked the wrong guy. He's going to battle. I should have said he was going to battle Kawhi Leonard for the damn 3-point.
JJ Redick right now is shooting 50% wise. 103 of 206 from 3.
JJ Redick dropped 40 this week. That was ridiculous.
He's 103 of 206. That's great. Kawhi Leonard is second in the league in 3-point percentage, 48%. I want to see you try to guess the top 10 right now in 3-point percentage.
My goodness.
Well, I'm going to give you hints. Number 3 plays for the Wizards.
3 plays for the Wizards.
This is surprising.
Oh, it ain't Bradley Beal. Garrett Temple.
Jared Dudley.
I was thinking Dudley, but I didn't say Dudley.
60 of 130. He's shooting 46%.
He's taking that many? I didn't know he's taking that
Number
many.
4 plays for the Kings.
That would be Mr. Bellinelli.
Nope. Omri Caspi.
Oh, okay.
He's been shooting it. 45.8%.
See, he didn't play against the Thunder last time.
No, he didn't. Number 5. He is quite the complete player.
Number 5, the complete player would be Mr. Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is, wow. He's hit 196 threes. 196. He's taken 437. I knew that, but it's still like shocking to see.
I'm cheating now. I got the list up, so you
Why
might
are
as
you
well
doing
start.
that?
'Cause I don't know. I got curious. I wanted to see, which is ridiculous because 6 is absolutely.
I was just about to have a bunch of fun with number 6.
Okay.
And Matthew Dellavedova. He's having a good year.
I think 7's just as ridiculous as him.
8's even more surprising. Jared Bayless is 7. Patrick Beverly is 8.
I think Bayless is crazy.
I think there's some OKC fans booing outside the window. I just said Patrick Beverly.
Dougie McBuckets.
Doug McDermott, 9. Kelly Olynyk, 10. Wow, that's a really interesting and surprising list.
The whole list is kind of. I mean, and I don't even think Milwaukee's that good of a 3-point shooting team. Yet they have 2 guys that are in the top 12. Chris Middleton's at 12. He lit up the Thunder. He got his percentages up just on the Thunder.
That is a crazy list. Okay. Steve Novak, over under 3 meaningful plays this season. Didn't have to be shots, just had to be a moment where it was like a game where he was in, it wasn't a blowout, and he just made had a rebound or hit a 3.
Can we count preseason?
No.
Can we count scrimmages?
No, but he had the game winner then.
Shoot. Okay. Well, we're in trouble.
No, you're not. No, we're not, because you said under and I said over, so you should be happy. I should be trying to count scrimmages in preseason.
You should, because that was the beginning of Cash Novak.
The point with the Houston one and the point with this over-under was basically how healthy are they going to be. Because if the Thunder remain as ridiculously healthy as they've been, and they have been,
team in the league,
then Novak and Houston are going to be in suits every night. Coming off last season, there was no reason to think they were going to be this. The entire roster was going to be this healthy, unless you just kind of believe in the seesaw tilting back, evenly. But anyway, Cameron Payne, will he have a stint with the Blue? 0.5 stints with the Blue.
He has had I don't even know if you call it a stint.
I said he wouldn't. You said yes, one time, only 1 game. He's had 2.
Oh, I thought he had that 1. He had 2? I was close.
Yeah, he played 2 games.
He ain't ever going back.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, he's that guy that went to prison. He said, I ain't ever going back.
Andre Robertson, 0.5 playoff starts. The question was, will he be a starter by the playoffs?
Yes. And I said yes, right?
You said yes, but you were wavered. You both were. The question was like, I don't know. At this point, he's kind of solidified himself, but at the same time, to play him off the floor in the playoffs. The Warriors will put Andrew Bogut on him in the playoffs, I bet.
But the question was starter, No,
you're right, but yeah. Okay, let's say he's healthy. Will there be a playoff game where he doesn't start?
No.
I think there might be.
Against the Warriors?
Yeah. Late in the series, you're down 2-1. You're down. This happened in Memphis of the first round 2 years ago, where Scott Brooks, who was a lot less willing to make adjustments than I expect Donovan to be, the Thunder were down 2-1, and he started, or maybe I think they were down 3-2, and he benched Thabo Sefolosha, didn't play him a minute in the game, and started Caron Butler. And then 2 series later against the Spurs, he benched Thabo again and started Reggie Jackson the last 4 games as the shooting guard.
Who would you start in place of Robertson if we were starting?
More would be interesting. I'm not saying I don't know, because Robertson's actually made some improvements this year. We've talked about, but playoff series are so different in how teams scheme up, and this is what happened to Memphis last year when Andrew Bogut went on Tony Allen and completely flipped the series, because Bogut suddenly just became a roamer, and the Memphis offense stalled out, and Tony Allen was trying to prove that he was a jump shooter, and their offense was him shooting 19-footers, and then the Warriors just ran away with the series. I don't know. I think there's a time he may get replaced in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. Kyle Singler. Will he be top 10 on the team in minutes played?
Top 10? We had to say under on that. I mean, we had to say no on that, right?
I said he'd be 11th. You said he wouldn't be top 10 either. So I have a feeling, I'm about to check right now, but
he's getting back in the rotation.
What have you thought about him lately?
Look, you can't say the guy's playing well. You just got to say he's playing better than he had been before, and before he's playing like Dookie. So he's okay. He's getting there.
Yeah.
He's still probably got the lowest PER in the league. Am I wrong? He was so behind.
His PER is up over 5.
What?
Yeah. PER. Dude, think about, he probably jolted it from 1 to 5 last night. He went 3 of 3 from 3, 4-4 overall, hits a hook shot. He's been, I think he's like 6 of his last 11 from 3. I mean, that'll help your PER right there. What is he on minutes played, though, is my question. You got to give an answer because we're sitting here not talking.
Oh, you want me to find his minutes played?
I got it.
I'm looking at his PER.
Russell Westbrook's 1, Ibaka 2, Durant 3. Dion Waiters is 4th in minutes played on this team.
I can believe that.
Adams 5th, Robertson 6th, Canner 7th, Morrow 8. DJ Augustine is 9th. He's ahead of Cameron Payne still by more than 100 minutes. Wow, Augustine. Anyways, Collison's 10th. Singler is 11th at 378. So as of right now, we're right, but we're not going to be right. Singler's going to hop Collison. He's going to hop Augustine. And Payne's going to hop him. So he's going to finish, how about 10th? Okay, better question. Anthony Morrow, 605 minutes played. Kyle Singler, 378. Who ends the season with more minutes?
You said Morrow's at 6 what?
605.
605, 378. I'm gonna say Morrow, actually. And I'm gonna say that because we were all freaking out, or I guess Thunder fans were a lot of us two were freaking out because Morrow had that time where Singler was playing more minutes than him. I mean, Billy Donovan's shown he's willing to do some different things with the lineups, and I don't think that Kyle Singler is going to become this guy who completely buries Anthony Morrow.
Yeah, I think Morrow's going to be back in the rotation. I think they're both going to play.
Yeah.
And Morrow has enough cushion that'll hold. Dion Waiters, 44% shooting from the field. What do you think you said?
Ooh, I said under. I wasn't bold enough to say he'd shoot better than 44%. There's no way.
You did say under. It's funny. 44 is like not good at all, and you're saying I wasn't bold enough. But you're right. Yeesh. I actually said over, which is shocking. He's at 39.6%. It's funny. He shot his second year in the league. Do these numbers surprise you? His second year in the league, he played for Cleveland. He shot 43.5%. He shot 37% from 3. That's not that great, but he averaged 15.9 points, 3 assists per game. I mean, like, he was a 16-point per game scorer his second year in the league.
I'm not surprised.
On like decent shooting percentage.
I'm not. Yeah, the shooting percentages are more surprising to me than the scoring, because I think he can score, and especially on a team, the young Cleveland team he was on, where he didn't have to be reined in as much as this team. But yeah, his shooting percentages are pretty dumpy right now. You want to hear a bad shooting percentage? I went to Denver and I was looking at their stats when I was in Denver. Emmanuel Mudiay is shooting like 31% from the field. That dude, for a rookie, that's 31. Still bad.
That's really
bad.
That's
really bad.
He's averaging a crazy amount of turnovers
yeah.
too. Okay, March 20th, 2014, in Quicken Loans Arena. Nobody remembers this. Dion Waiters played 41 minutes, and dropped 30 points, 4 assists, 3 steals on the Thunder. You remember that?
Slightly.
You want to know who the Cleveland Cavaliers starting lineup was? This is March 2014. So this is not that long ago. This is the Cleveland Cavs starting lineup. You want to even try to guess it?
March 2014. Okay,
this just shows you how much they completely overhauled.
Okay, that's pre-LeBron. So that would have been Tristan Thompson.
He was their starting center.
Dion Waiters.
Dion Waiters was their starting 2 guard. You are not getting the other 3.
I'm going to just go ahead and just give up. I can't even think.
Well, Kyrie's not playing this game, clearly.
Yeah, Kyrie's out. So,
Matthew Dellavedova played 33 minutes off the bench. He did not start. 11 points, 10 assists. He played well. The starting point guard was Jarrett Jack.
Okay. And since you said Tristan Thompson was a starting center, I'm assuming Anderson Varejao was not starting in that game.
He played, but he didn't start.
Okay.
Alonzo G was their starting small forward.
Hey.
A little bit of an upgrade when they got LeBron. And Spencer Hawes was their starting power forward.
We got a little bit of Spencer Hawes last night. Yeah. That's the difference LeBron James makes.
Well, not only LeBron James makes, but also
and Kyrie.
No, I mean it's LeBron just making a difference by being as good as he is, but also bringing people. You know, like hey, you know he's gonna come vote because everyone wants to play with him. But anyway, Russell, last one, Russell Westbrook made threes. Would he rank in the top 3 on the team in made threes?
And I think I said yes.
We both did. But I said he will, but he shouldn't. And I'm about to look where he does rank. 3-pointers made. Guess the top 5, 6 right now.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, number 1, 85 made threes.
Dion Waiters.
Nope. Dion Waiters, 4th, 40 made threes.
Okay. Kevin Durant. I'm gonna go Anthony Morrow.
Nope. Anthony Morrow, 3rd, 49 made threes.
I'm looking bad here. I can't think of any of these other suckers. Okay, how about we go with Russell Westbrook?
Russell Westbrook, 2nd, 53 made threes.
I'm surprised he's made that many.
Well, he's taking 182. He's shooting 29%.
God, he's bad. He's been bad from 3. Who's 3rd? Who we got?
Morrow's 3rd, Waiters 4th, Serge Ibaka's 5th, DJ Augustine's 6th, although Payne's only 3 behind.
Yeah, Payne's going to lap him on that. But, yeah, Russell Westbrook's been really bad from 3. But to his credit, he's passed up some threes in this recent stretch where he's had a lot of assists. So hopefully he realizes that that's a bad spot for him.
Yeah. Okay, so travel coming up.
We're going places.
I don't know if I'm going places.
You might not be going places.
Somebody give me the scoop on this Winter Storm Jonas. Is it going to be so bad flights are canceled?
Does somebody work for an airline out there, one of our listeners, that can give Anthony the 411 on what it's going to be like?
I may just go to New York in about an hour, just try to get there as soon as possible.
You just need to get there, man, and just not worry about Dallas. I know you want to worry about the situation and the bookings and such, but
all right, you got any other thoughts on this team? This is the second podcast of the week, so
I'm interested to see how they're going to handle this road trip. You know, I'd be interested to see if they're going to be looking ahead to next week in Houston toward the back end of the trip, because they're going to be playing Minnesota for the 3rd time in the past 3 or 4 weeks. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle that. I think they're going to get the Knicks, man, because they're probably going to be a little bit annoyed about the last time they played them here, and then it's Madison Square Garden.
We were talking about it yesterday in the
video
analysis, and you're like 2-2.
I said 2-2, and
that's ridiculous.
And now you're being all smug, like 2-2. That's horse crap. They need to sweep the whole damn thing. You didn't say that. You said 3-1.
I said 3-1 at minimum, 4-0 if they are where we think they are.
And it really depends on what Dallas does first tomorrow.
It depends on how they. I mean, yeah, that matters, but also look, if they're playing Dallas, bad Nets team, okay, not that great Knicks team, bad Timberwolves team. There's no way 2-2 is good. 3-1 is what they should do. 4-0 is like, okay, they're playing really well.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
4 road games. I'm looking 2, and I think they're gonna slip somewhere. I think they might slip in Minnesota, actually, even though Minnesota's not a good team.
Yeah. All right. We will talk to you again maybe next week. Hopefully, I don't know when I'm getting into New York. I don't know if I'm getting out of New York.
Escape from New York, starring Anthony Slater. We're going to try and get Kurt Russell on that cameo with the eye patch.
Get in.
You got to get in.
Yeah, we'll talk to you again.
All right.
Durant, pull-up jumper, off the rim, and and the Thunder win! All right, come on, let's sing the Thunder song. When you hear the sound of thunder, don't you get too scared. Just grab your Thunder buddy and say these magic words.